Shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh Shem Shabbat Shem Kakudash. Double unto the other apostles and under citations to you, Akim that's laboring. Shalom to the holy elect of the nation of Israel. This is a video from RT News, and it's entitled "U.S., which means United States, leaves the whole world behind in a nuclear spending race." All right, so I'm gonna let the video play, then I'm gonna bring out some scriptures, and Lord willing, is edifying because it's very important to know that the reason why this nuclear weaponry race has begun like it did in the past with the the nuclear race between Russia and America, or Babylon and Gog and Magog, right? It's because we're living in the latter days of Esau's kingdom, and the missiles are created for the Most High's purpose. All right, so without any further ado, let's let the video play, and we're gonna get into that, right?
A new report reveals that the US accounted for more than half of global spending on nuclear weapons in 2020. It was published by an international organization pushing for disarmament. Washington splashed out $37.4 billion on nukes last year. That's more than the combined expenditure of the 8 other nuclear powers. It represents 5% of America's total military spending. On average, the US spends almost $71,000 per minute on nuclear weapons. The coronavirus pandemic's done nothing to reduce the global appetite for nukes. Last year, the world's 9 nuclear powers spent $1.4 billion more on them compared with 2019. Co-founder of the Stop the War Coalition, Chris Nineham, told us why to him the hike is no surprise.
There's a reordering of the world system right now. We're moving from a situation in which the US was massively dominant, what was called a unipolar world, where the US was the unchallenged policeman of the world, to one in which its power is being challenged both mainly by China, but also by other emerging economies in important regions like Russia, like India, and so on. So there's a kind of reordering of the world system, and any moment of a reordering is a very dangerous moment. It's a moment when particular local conflicts can suddenly take on an international significance. And I think in those circumstances, it's not surprising to me that we're seeing a kind of a rearmament or an accelerating armament of the nuclear powers.
So there you have it. I wanted to let the video play because it was short, but it was very telling. This is the book of Micah, chapter 1, start at verse 2. It says, "Hear all ye people, hearken, O earth, and all that therein is, and let the Lord power, Yahweh Shem Shah, be witness against you, the Lord from his holy temple. For behold, Yahweh Shem Shah cometh forth out of his place, and will come down and tread upon the high places of the earth. And the mountains shall be molten up under him, and the valley shall be cleft as wax before the fire, and as the waters that are poured down a steep place." So, that's something to think about, because we are living in the last days of Esau's rulership, and Esau's kingdom will be put down violently. All right, now you heard the guy mention that the other countries basically being involved in a world power change where, yes, Esau is coming out of power, and the U.S., all right, which is Babylon, it did have a really high status among the countries in the world, because it was that golden city, which I'm going to get Jeremiah 51. In verse 7, it says, "Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad." And that's true. America was the leading country. It was the golden city, and all the countries basically drank the wine of America, aka democracy, and these vain, wicked philosophies that Esau Edom pushed, because this is the excuse me. This is the capital of Esau's rulership. You know, just like in ancient times, you know, when he dwelt at Seir, the capital was Basra. Well, the scriptures speak about Basra, and Basra today is America, which is the capital of Esau's kingdom. You know, all the ordering of the of the status quo, you know, came out of America. You know, how people or countries should model themselves as far as lifestyle and the way a society is ran. It was influenced by America. All right, and so now the nations are actually mad at America because America is lashing out on everyone, because America is losing its grip on the world, or it has lost its grip on the world, I should say, and therefore it's lashing out even on his at his allies, pretty much during the time of the former president, which I won't name, but a lot of allies was lost. All right, which goes along with prophecy. All right. Is it Obadiah 1:7? I believe it says, "All the men of thy confederates have brought thee even unto the border." And that's going to happen, man. You know, even Revelation 18 comes to mind. All right. So the nations are mad and they're angry. All right, and they're mad because the way America set forth from the govern themselves has failed. All right, it has failed. Democracy in itself has failed. Okay, and so the judgment of the Lord for America is come upon America, where you see America is falling, America is quickly going down, and is pretty much at its what's in, man. You know, everything is crumbling right before our very eyes, and we're watching the fall of a great empire. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13, verse 6. It says, How ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand, it shall come as it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Right, so you know, this place is destined to be destroyed by the Heavenly Father, being that it's Babylon the Great, also known as the Virgin Daughter of Babylon. You know, got what's the other title or code word for America? Basra. I mentioned Basra, Sodom in Egypt, right? The Golden City. So it's a few things that the scriptures call America, right? And it's time for the judgment of America to come up and be dealt with, and the whole having the earth going to see the judgment that this place receives. All right, let's go back to Jeremiah 50 and 24. I believe it is. Let's back that up. Jeremiah 15:24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua. It says, Yahweh hath opened his armory and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. So pretty much the armory, which are the missiles, right? That's created for the Most High's purpose. All right. We're gonna go to the book of what's that? Isaiah. Let's see here. I think I'm in the wrong chapter. Bear me 1 second. This is the book of Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. All right, so a smith is one that, in case you don't know, right? We can get it from Blue Letter. And also, I got the online etymology pulled up. All right, we're going to go right to it. What's that? Isaiah 54. The smith is referring to the scientist. right? That the Heavenly Father put the spirit on the scientists to create these missiles, and that's how they're created, right? So let's go to Smith, the Smith. It says craftsman, artisan, engraver, artificer, skillful to destroy, warriors, carpenter, workman, a fabricator, or any material. See here, engraver of stones, an artificer of iron, brass, stone, wood, smith, mason, or carpenter. Let's see, online etymology. Type in Smith. Right, Smith. It says blacksmith, armorer, one who works in metal. Right. So, are not the ICBM missiles made out of metal? Of course. All right. It says handicraftsman, practitioner of skilled manual arts, skilled worker, coppersmith. It says to cut work with a sharp instrument. Hey. All right. That's pretty much the gist of it. This definitions: someone who works at something specified, someone who works metal, especially by hammering it when it is hot and malleable. See. So, I mean, you get the gist of it, right? You get the gist of it. So the Smiths that creates the missiles, which the missiles are made of iron, and then you have the fuel in it. You have the plutonium. Did I say that right? Yeah, I think it's plutonium that they make it with, right? If I ain't mistaken, if that's a proper name. I believe it's a proper name for it, plutonium. But anyways, the point being that the Most High Heavenly Father is the one to put the spirit on the scientists to create it for His purpose, because those missiles will be shot off to the ends of the earth, and they will be used. All right, and that is a fact. Now let's go to the book of Joel 1:15. It says, "At last, for the day of Yahweh is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come." So, hey, the destruction is going to come for America. It will not be pleasant at all, because the whole world is going to see. The whole world is going to see America be destroyed. All right. I just typed in "Day of the Lord" to bring up some precepts to go with that, because it's almost here, right? It's just the plagues are coming back to back, or heating up, I should say, and also with this nuclear arms race, man, it just goes to show you what time we're living in. Zephaniah 1:7, it says, "Hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord power, Yahweh Shem Shah, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. For Yahweh had prepared a sacrifice, He had bid His guests." See? I mean, hey, it's evident, man. It's evident. It's evident that the Lord is going to destroy this place. All right, Zephaniah 1:14 says, "The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near, and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty men shall cry their ability." So you have the tension in the Middle East. Everything according to prophecy is brewing up, as far as wars and rumors of wars, pestilence, famines, earthquakes, all that. Everything is going on, and at the end of everything, the missiles will come. Right, the missiles will definitely come. So, expect these things to happen real soon in the near future, because, like I said, we're at the end. All right, we're at the end. All right, and by the way, those missiles, all right, ultimately, it's going to be guided by the Heavenly Father. And I went down too far. Yeah, there we go. And you know, pretty much they're gonna hit the targets that the Most High want them to hit, and especially America, man. All right, this is Babylon the Great. All right, this is Second Ezra chapter 16, and I'll start at 5. It says, "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" Yeah, man, it pretty much is no one, man. The Most High is the one that controls everything, right? Everything act off the authorization of the Most High. The Most High is the one that gives the green light to the angels, or the spirits that are created for vengeance, the spirits that are created for protection, all of that, right? The spirits are created to destroy. All right, when this place is being destroyed, especially zapping people. The sheriff's gonna be shooting out laser beams and burning people up, turning them into dust, right? Verse 9: "A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?" Yeah, that ultimate fire is the nuclear missiles, right? The fire and brimstone, which is spoken about in Revelation, all right, which was given to the Apostle John, right? It says, let's jump down to 13. It says, verse 13: "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp." Are sharp. I'm sorry. That country slur. I'm sorry. I try to correct it, best way I can. Let me read it again. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begun to be shot into the ends of the world." Right. So the Most High is not finna bend an actual bow and shoot an arrow out of it. No. The bow are the silos, and the arrows are the missiles. All right. It's a metaphor, right? See, somebody think that that's into Greek mythology. They'll think that, oh, Zeus is gonna open the clouds up and shoot his lightning bolts. No, that's not how it's gonna work. Those missiles are gonna be released and shot out of the silos, which are the bows. The missiles itself, again, is the arrows. They're gonna be shot to the ends of the earth. All right, to the ends of the world. Hit every target the Most High want to hit. All right, and that's why they were created. You see, that's why they were created. They wasn't created for any other reason. So it says the waster to destroy, man. Oh. There you go. All you wacky tacky Christians thinking the Most High is just all love and fun and games, man. Now you're gonna find out that the Most High don't mess around. All right. Oh, I read that one. Yeah, you're gonna find out real quick. You're gonna find out real quick the Most High did not mess around. There was another precept I wanted to grab. Let's see here. I think that was. Let's see. It was none. It was another one. I already had 2 Peter written down in my mind. But anyways, let's go ahead and read 2 Peter 3 and 10. I mean, it's a good one, a really good one. Because the things that we speak of as far as concerning the prophecy and the Lord destroying this place, it's going to catch a lot of our people off guard, and also a lot of people of the heathen, right? So this is 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." true, you know. And that's going to be done because of those missiles. You see? The fervent heat is going to be those missiles creating it. So that's over 1,000,000 degrees as far as the heat from the fire and flames of those nuclear missiles when they begin to go off after impact. All right, each one, and then you have missiles. Some missiles like they made it like one missile, but they have missiles that carry 20 plus warheads on them. Right? I think the highest one in the world was like one that carried 25. One missile can carry up to 25 warheads, so they can hit 25 different targets. Excuse me. All right. Verse 11. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of the heavenly Father, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." All right, man. So these things are going to come to pass. All right, what person are you, as far as you Israelites, man? What are you doing for the Most High? All right, because the Most High's will is going to happen, whether you like it or not. All right, the Most High is not kidding around. He's not playing any games. All right, he's going to come with that cruel destruction. If you're not on the good side of the Most High, for you Israelites out there, you're going to be judged very harshly. All right, missiles come. If you make it to the missiles are going to. It's going to. Listen, the missiles are going to do you dirty. All right, do you greasy. You know, how Jake say, do them greasy. All right, because the missiles are not going to be turned back, man. Period. When the missiles are shot off, that's it, man. All right. So, hey, keep that in mind. Think about that's something to think on. All right. And with that, Lord willing, you were edified in the spirit. And then until next time, I say shalom. Until next time.